morning.
Kick off with you.
Thank you.
Yeah, the other way around if you want. Go on then, we're good to go, Simon. You can kick it off.
Jurgen, good morning. I'm told it's officially Global Scouts Day today, so happy Global Scouts Day.
Thank you.
Are you officially a Scouser now, would you say?
No, not officially, I think, but half official, I think. When was it last week when I got the honor? The singer of You Never Walk Alone.
Joe Master.
He gave me that honor. Yeah, when I.
You're an honorary Scouser, maybe.
If you want to see it like this, yeah.
What does that mean? To you? I don't mean what it means, just
Look, I really like to identify myself with the region I'm living in. When I was born, I was 100% a boy from that region. Spoke the dialect and all that stuff. I went to Mainz and to Frankfurt first, and then to Mainz to study, and I love that region until today. So went to Dortmund, which is completely different. Have friends there. And now we are here and are here with 100%. So met so many nice people. There's no need to separate us from something. It's not that I'm used to all the things which are common here, but more and more. And I like it. It's just interesting and a nice thing to have.
When we come here, we generally either arrive or certainly leave with a smile on our faces. You seem to be of that same way as well. That's a good thing. It's grey, it's miserable, your lads are working tirelessly to get to that ultimate goal. How do you keep this aura around Melwood?
I think in the first place by not thinking about it. It's just how everybody of us want to have it. We want to have a surrounding where you feel really well, comfortable, needed, loved if you want. And that's not what I create or whatever, that's what everybody creates here who works here. It's just a nice place. I hear that really often when people come here for some official things to do and go in our little restaurant, and how much they appreciate the way they get treated there. We get that every day, which is really nice. And so nothing really to say about it. I have no idea. It's just by being ourselves and don't take ourselves too serious. Don't think we are too important. Just behave like you are a normal person, and that's what we do and what everybody's doing here. And that's why I think everybody loves it being here. By the way, that will be the challenge for us to bring that mood and atmosphere to Kirby, because that's a new place with the same people, hopefully, mostly for sure. And so that will be the challenge there.
Just finally, for me, obviously it's Watford this weekend who are having the fight of their lives staying up. Nigel Pearson has history of knowing how to get them out. Is this going to be the difficult task for you now, overcoming that?
Look, I didn't know Nigel Pearson really well before he joined Watford. I heard about him, obviously, but we never worked together or played against each other. And then there's a really interesting history, what he has. And I couldn't respect more what he's doing, because it's an exceptional job, really. And when he started, you could see immediately the impact he had. Yes, and now I've been to the last 4 games, and they have obviously a result crisis, if you want, but not a performance crisis. They are really doing well still, are good organized, have a clear plan, are aggressive, are a constant threat. When you saw not only the game against United, I think before it were 1-0 down, they had the biggest chance of the game pretty much with Troy Deeney. Press high, but defend well in the deep block as well. So that's really interesting, but it's tough. It's really tough because, you need each point you can get, and that's what they didn't have in the last 5 games, I think. But they will strike back 100%. Home game, everybody expect Liverpool to come there, and we are only asked about game number 19, and that's a wonderful situation for them to try to give us a proper struggle. That's how it is, and we know that. So, but that's not the first time that it happened. But with Watford, I have to say, weeks ago I thought already that this will be, when I looked ahead, that's one of the really tough ones. But still, looking forward to it. So for us, it's obviously a very important game as well, and we have to show that, and then we will see.
Jurgen, how are Jordan Henderson, Xherdan Shaqiri and James Milner coming along in their recovery from injury?
All coming closer, much closer. So Hendo is running, Millie is running, and even more. So it was not enough for this game now. But we will see, especially with Millie, what we can do for Tuesday. Not sure about Hendo and Shaq, not yet, but all coming closer. All good.
Steve Bruce spoke today about the impact the coronavirus has had on them. They're taking precautions like not shaking hands and alcohol, antiseptic wash within the training ground as well. What precautions are you having to take? Is it a concern? Is it even impacted on plans, say, for pre-season?
For pre-season, not yet. We didn't really think about changing anything from pre-season, but I know that will have happened. We have to, first and foremost, it's led by our medical department, so all the advice we get from there. But you know, if you don't come here in here and don't shake hands, I'm now 2 meters away from you. If you whatever you have, I cannot probably not avoid to get it as well. We had even interview outside. You were much closer, so I didn't feel too uncomfortable. But we take it really serious, but we cannot avoid everything. That's how it is, and in the end, it's not a football problem. It's a society problem. What we all have in common. And I think everybody's thinking a moment about it, and hopefully the much smarter people than us find a way to or a medicine against it, because that's obviously the biggest problem in the moment. That makes a big difference to other diseases. We don't have that yet, but everybody's working hard on that, and then hopefully it will settle. But in the moment, it's we deal with it like all other people. We take it serious. We don't do some things we maybe usually would do, but that's when the flu is going around, it's for us the same. We cannot do anything different to that. And I think really that in the moment everybody takes it serious. We do that as well. We didn't so far not tell anybody not to shake hands, but we don't force anybody to shake hands. We have all these disinfection areas here where we constantly can wash and disinfect our hands, but is that then enough? We don't know. We cannot do more than we do actually, and in the end, nobody told us yet that we don't have to play football. So as long as that not happens, we will play football. That's a contact sport, not to forget. And it's always important that we take things serious, but that we don't get crazy about it. There are other areas in the world, obviously, where it's more difficult, and hopefully we find really, really quick a solution for that. That would be my first concern.
James? Jurgen, this is your third consecutive league game against teams in the bottom three. So far you've won them both by a single goal. You've got
I would be happy with that as well, again.
Does that prove how difficult, how competitive this league is?
I didn't need that as a proof, but yes, it is, of course. So that's 100%. You cannot imagine if you see Norwich playing or West Ham playing against us or Watford now that they are in the bottom of the table. That's just you don't feel it, you don't see it really. There are some problems. For Watford, probably was the start of the season. It's difficult, really, not a lot of points, and then you have to make the turnaround. West Ham, I don't know exactly. Norwich played the whole season really good football between the two boxes, really good. In the offensive box, didn't score often enough. Defensive, they conceded a few too much. So that's how football is. If you can say, really fair, but on the other side, really hard as well. So, but in this one game, when you play against whoever, I always thought, even when my teams had not the quality of other teams, there's a massive chance for us, and that's what everybody sees as well. And so we have to be 100% ready for these fights, and that's what I love most about my boys, that they are ready to fight. It's not that when they realize in a game, it's not the clicking day today that they then lose the desire or whatever. No, it's the other way around, and we try it in a different way and try to find another way, and that's really, that brought us in a position we are, and that's what we have to do again. And Watford will be really tough, 100%, very physical, and everybody will see how much it means to them. So we have to make sure that everybody can see how much it means to us as well.
And just away from football, just wonder what you made of 6 of your squad making their acting debuts in a short film.
Hilarious.
Quitting football for a career in Hollywood.
Yeah, not all of them maybe, but now it's long ago that I was in a WhatsApp conversation that I'm the first one. If it's not football related, I'm the first one to send a message, because I usually only reply, because otherwise I would have been the full day on the phone. But this specific video, I think I spread in the world. I was so proud, and it was so funny, and I loved it, how they did it. I loved that whoever in the club had the idea to do that was brilliant. It just shows in a very, we have enough problems around the world so that you can see something like that, which is smart and funny. I love that a lot. So, yes, it was yesterday. We spoke a lot about it, to be honest. Joel Matip. I think for a lot of people, it's the first time that they heard him speaking. So, usually you have to throw a ball on the ground that he starts talking, but now it's everybody knows he can do it even in a situation like this.
Also, actually, Carl, I'll come over to you.
Yeah, the West Ham game, I think it was the first time you've been behind in a Premier League game since Villa in November. I'm just wondering what sort of maybe wake-up call or reality check that was for your players in terms of, it's not going to be a struggle.
I thought actually in this game, even especially when I watch it back, that in this moment, in this game, in this specific day, being 2-1 down helped us a little bit, because the direction after that, a lot of things were different after that situation. Yes, we made a change as well, but that's in this game it just was 51st minute or so when we conceded a goal. So that's not. It's clear the game is not over. That has nothing to do with our situation. There are much more minutes to come where you can do things better and different. So, yeah, I didn't know that it was the first time since Aston Villa. I don't need that really often, to be honest, but now we had it. The boys reacted well, and that's the only thing we have to know. That doesn't mean that we want to go one goal down now all the time to get started. It's just... it was just a situation on that day, and there's absolutely, I know that some people probably used the word, is it complacency? Yeah, that they saw glimpses of that. I didn't see that at all. So it's a long season, and there are concentration level that drop, the concentration that can drop from time to time for us, for other teams, in games, between games, stuff like this. And how much the boys fight then for a result is just exceptional. So no fear about anything, but the other way, we don't take it for granted that we just will be 1 or 2 goals up. This game will be tough. I said it, 100%. You will see it. I don't want to say it, and then otherwise then we will be in there 6-0. That will not happen. We just have to fight for each inch of grass in that game again. If we do that, we are difficult to play. If we are difficult to play, we have a chance to win. If we have a chance to win, we should use it. That's it.
You started Naby in that game and then brought Ox on, and Ox made quite an impact when he came on. I'm just wondering, with Hendo out, is that seemingly one midfield place available, how you see those two maybe the ones who are mainly competing for it, and where Naby is?
They don't compete against each other. Hopefully they don't see it like this, but it's not like this. It's just they offer naturally different things. Now we can play better, obviously, but as he played, but that was not the reason. It's the game was like it was, and then Oxlade came on completely fresh, and with his natural skill, having direction, speed, it's a different player. But that has not really. Doesn't say anything about it. Different situation where they need different players, and they all are exceptional. No, that's all fine. But until the change, we were more fixed in positions. It was not flexible enough. It was not unpredictable enough. We were too easy to defend. We didn't really come through in different situations. In other situations, we were too high on the wings. Lost the ball, counter-attack, stuff like that. But the main problem of the game was first, second balls and set pieces, because without that, and that has nothing to do with the midfielders, because without that, these problems, West Ham wouldn't have had a lot of the game, they couldn't gain confidence or whatever in this game. But with these situations, they were constantly in the game, and that was our main problem, and that's what we have to solve, because that will be similar. Foster to Deeney will be a proper and frequently used option for Watford, and then we have to be there for these situations and make sure that we win much more second balls, and then we can use these balls. But in this game, we were second best in the second ball game, for sure.
David, James, anything from you? Richard, anything from you? Yeah. Okay, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Welcome.